Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's about 2:40 and it's the heat of the day, but I'm gonna suck it up, walk through the neighborhood, at least over to the Thong Lo BTS station. I'm heading down to Ekamai. Maybe I'll walk down there. We'll see how I feel after walking the one train stop. This 2:40 time is not the time to be out hiking around. I'm looking at a little Mazda Miata here. My ex had one of those. That was a fun car to drive. So let's head over to home base. It's kind of the Home Depot of Thailand. I need to get a little piece of my toilet. The little flusher handle thing broke, and I think it's an easy fix if I can find the part. Yeah, that's nice. He's got the little roll bar in there and put some different wheels. Those tops aren't cheap. I replaced one 20 years ago. I didn't like the price. I'm sure it hasn't got any better. So I'm at the end of, well, in the middle of Sukhumvit Soi 26. I'm gonna walk to the left and head back towards BTS Prompong, but then I'm gonna show you another part of Soi 26. Many of these streets go off in a finger. Soi 26 goes off in 3 different directions, but this traffic is coming, what is it, Sunday afternoon. So it's always busy though, except maybe the middle of a work day. If you see the red light at the very end of the street, that's Sukhumvit, and about an equal direction off this way, you'll hit Rama 4, the Lotus and Big C shopping centers. So I'm right in the middle. I love this condo. The only problem is this little area right here floods. I don't know if it just dips down a foot, but right where that guy's walking will be easily a foot of water. Although it hasn't been a bad rainy season. I can't remember, 3 inches of water sitting there, but nowhere near like last year, where this area was just flooded for 2-3 days at a time. So I'm not complaining. And there's a nice Porsche. So if you go up the street, just not even a 5-minute walk, less than 5, you'll be at Sukhumvit. Take a left turn and you're at Prompong BTS in another 2 minutes. Maybe 3 minutes ahead on the right is Queen Bee Bar. Go up and say hi to John and the gang. It's a good little place to have a drink right across the street from the Doubletree Hotel. But right here where these motorbikes and this cab came out, it's another little finger of Soi 26. Although the street name is a mouthful, but it's Soi 26. I'm gonna take you up here. Now if you're looking for high society, right here, the Krom building, but right where that van is right now, to the left is a building called the Dwell on 26. Reasonable walk, maybe 10 minutes to BTS Prompong. I had a buddy who lived in the building right across the street to the right. He said it was a little bit of a pain running to the BTS twice a day, but if you're retired, yeah, this is a reasonable option. And there's the Dwell. It's just an 8-story complex. I don't know what things cost. I can give you a price from 2 years ago. On the 8th floor, 35 square meter. I think they wanted 15,000, but she said I could probably get it for 14. So maybe call it 17 or 18 today. I was coming off the tail end of the pandemic, so things have definitely crept up a little bit, but anything under 20,000 baht in the Prompong area, yeah, you're good to go. I know people have made comments. I was showing my condo that's 52 meter, and they said, hey, that place looks tiny. So you're gonna have to get past that thinking if you're thinking of moving anywhere in Asia. I mean, 35, I've seen 28 meter condos. So calling a 52 meter small, pull out that checkbook. If you want a 100 square meter condo, it's gonna be 2,500, 3,000 US dollars a month, if not more. And I know it's kind of sad to think that 2,500 is normal rent for a 2-bedroom apartment, say in Los Angeles, but many of us are not moving to Southeast Asia to pay the same amount of rent as Southern California. At least the people I meet are not. So there you go, the Dwell on 26. Yeah, they're not going to be huge, but there's a nice lap pool and gym. I think 2 people could swim laps. It's really long. There's no tuk-tuk. They have one sitting there and a security guard on duty. But I was told, yeah, that thing's broken. So you're gonna walk. Although, right there where the guy is picking up cans, during the early morning hours and late afternoon, I'd guess, there's usually at least 1, sometimes 2 motorbikes sitting there. And I'm not sure what they charge, but the guys right in front of my condo, it's a little bit of a 2-tier pricing. My girlfriend pays 10 baht to race down the street. Normally she likes to get a little exercise in, but if it's starting to sprinkle or you know, you're running late, 10 baht for her, 20 baht's the going price for a foreigner. Let me try to cross. And again, I'm not complaining too much about paying an extra 10 baht. This is the building, the Seed Musi. It's another, call it 6-8 story building. I believe my buddy lived in there, but he had to commute every morning, and the closer you are to the train for that commute, the better. Now where I'm going, straight across, way off in the distance, if you could see the tall grayish building, that is Thong Lo BTS. I won't call it a shortcut to go straight because you're not going to get through there 75% of the time. But if you go where that motorbike is in the gate, if you just kind of walked with a little bit of authority past the guard and walk to the end of the way there's an apartment building where sometimes you can cut through the little parking area. It's certainly not meant for shortcut traffic, but it can be done. I'm not going to even bother doing it today. I'm just out for a little walk, so I'm going to ease off to the right here, and this is also Soi 26. Now as I'm going down 26, and it looks like it might rain on me. This is the rainy season, so just be prepared. 4-5 p.m. yeah, it's gonna rain every evening. But down this little, there's no sign. I think it's another part of Soi 26 where you see that yellow car. I'll just walk down there. But yeah, the San Francisco court, buildings like this and others, they're gonna have a swimming pool. You can see they have huge balconies, but it's just whatever it is, a 4 or 5 story building. The one behind it is the other one I was thinking of, and right here is a very large pool. But yeah, there's all kinds of hidden little places. Here's the Asiana, and this looks new. So just compare those balconies. That is about what I have, although maybe mine's a little bigger. It has a washer and 2 air conditioners. Oh, here comes the welcoming committee. And right next door is this big, beautiful home. Compound, more like it. And another taxi stand, motorbike taxis. Me, I'm all about the grab and bolt. If you're Thai, you know the going rate to jump on a bike, say here, and go up to the BTS. Me, it can be any price. Here's a little restaurant that's on my list, the Neighborhood, or Noah Kitchen. Yeah, I don't even understand. It says Neighborhood Burger, Noah's, Noah Kitchen on the 2nd floor. Maybe it's 2 restaurants. So many places I need to check. And there's the RE place. Soi 26, not to be confused with RE, ARI, the BTS stop, but AREE. And sometimes it's spelled ARI. I think the signpost down by the Lotus and Big C says Soi RE. So don't let that confuse you. Soi 26, Soi RE, a long way from the RE BTS station. Now here's a kitty care if you're interested in daycare or kindergarten. I'll bet these are a little expensive. The Mandison Suites. They look large from the outside. I don't remember seeing this business before. Vegan leather bags. Open every day, 9:30 to 5:30. So keep in mind, we are about 10 minutes from the crazy busyness of Sukhumvit. You just get back in the neighborhood a little bit, and all you're going to hear are a couple of motorbikes. Now, my street is a little busy. It's kind of a thoroughfare. If you see that large building at the end of the way, right on the other side of that is the Big C and Lotus and Ramaphore. So my street connects. This street does not. It dead ends. Where you see this traffic coming around the corner, that's really the only way to get back over to my portion of Soi 26. I'm not going to walk down there today, but at the end of this street, there's a couple of really quiet apartment buildings. Again, these are perfect if you want to live in the city, yet you don't want to live on busy, crazy Sukhumvit. Yeah, just tuck away back here, and the one time or maybe 3 times a week you walk to the train, order yourself a grab bike or make the little walk. It's not that big a deal. Now just up here, there were some expats right there riding by on a motorbike. Myself, I'm in no big hurry I've ridden bikes my whole life, big bikes, dirt bikes, whatever. And I'm in no hurry at all to jump on a motorbike and zoom around Bangkok traffic. It's just a mess. It's hard to park that thing. I like to have a couple of pints once in a while, and the last thing I'm going to do is jump on a motorbike even after 2 beers. It's just not going to happen. If I were to get in some kind of an accident, that would be a major problem that I'm just not going to deal with, especially since motorbike taxis are so cheap. I have so many people not complaining, but just kind of calling me out on hey, I visited 3 or 4 times and I never had the guts to jump on the back of a motor taxi. They just look so dangerous. Well, these are sometimes the first people to come over and move straight to Pattaya and pick up a motorbike, and unfortunately, they crash. They've maybe never ridden in their life and mix in flip-flops and shorts, and I don't judge anybody. There's plenty of drinking going on at Pattaya, but just get a grab car or a Bolt, or sit on the back of the motor taxi. I might get a motorbike at some point, but here in Bangkok, it's just not needed. Plus, I like to walk. I mean, what I'm doing right now, 2 kilometers maybe. Again, that's no big deal, but when you mix in some heat, it gets a little uncomfortable. But that's part of the that's a nice little home. That's just part of the exercise for me. Most of these guys are food delivery. The guys in the orange vest, well, they oftentimes, he appears to have, yeah, looks like he's delivering something there, but orange vest normally equates to a motor taxi guy. But these guys are also working a motor taxi stand, and then they're doing grab on the side when it's slow. Now here's I think it's Japanese food, yeah, with a raw bar off to the right. Again, on the list. Every time I walk through here, I tell myself we need to come grab a meal. Just haven't did it. What's it called? Oh, it's shabu kasada. And there's a little family on their bicycles, and here's the JSK mansion. Now we've kind of crossed past Prompong, and we're now closer. Somebody's coming around the corner here. We're closer to Thong Lo BTS, so we're going to go this way. I believe Soi 26 has ended. I can't remember if this is Soi. Oh, I can't remember. 31. We'll find out when we get up near the BTS station. Now, you know what? I take that back. I believe Soi 31. 31's on the other side. Soi 30 and 30 and a half are just small streets. I know there's a really popular building. I think that's it, straight ahead, the large building on Sukhumvit Soi 30 and a half. Diamond something. It's a really popular building. It's older, and you can get a gigantic unit for under 30,000 baht. Check out the Diamond something building on Sukhumvit Soi 30/1. There are 2 towers. One of them, a smaller tower, I believe accepts pets, and the other one does not. know what this is. I think it's a hotel on the left here. I've walked by many times. Still haven't figured it out. The HOMM, the HOM. Yeah, that's that diamond building. So that's 30 and slash half. And then right here on the left where you see that Thai flag, that's a pretty decent slice, a pizza place. And there it is, Ronin Pizza. But we're going just here and taking a right. If you were to take a left, that is that little shortcut I was talking about, and we'll see if the gate's open. It's open. I don't walk through here often, maybe every couple of weeks. And I'll say it's open way less than half the time. Usually, if somebody leaves it open, maybe. But it's not a reliable shortcut, that's for sure. And here's the place. And yeah, it's kind of open, I guess. It's unlocked anyhow, and I've caught it locked many a time, so I would not count on that shortcut. Again, we're now going to walk down this little street, and the larger buildings at the end. We'll take a quick left, and we're almost at Thong Lo BTS. I know this is the long way to get to the train station, but sometimes I'm just out for a walk, and I'd rather walk through the quiet neighborhood than my busy area. And here's one more place I'd really like to put on the list, savory Thai cuisine. The only issue with these places, I don't mind coming to a nice restaurant and quality ingredients and all, but when you have a Thai girlfriend and you come to a place like this, she'll enjoy it, but if she's down to earth like my girlfriend, it'll be, yeah, that was nice and all, but I could have got, you know, something similar for 100 baht. They charge 600 baht. So I understand that logic. And I have no problem with that. We eat at Im Chan, right at the base of the Prampong BTS often. It's larger portions. It's not Terminal 21 prices. Boone, my girlfriend, was telling me the owner of Terminal 21 subsidizes the food court. He's almost just a kind of a generous guy giving back to the community. So if a dish is supposed to cost, I don't know, 100 baht, it costs 60 baht in there often, because he's helping the stand owners and helping folks that just want an affordable meal in there. So it's packed often, but the sizes are usually on the smaller side. Not that I'm trying to eat big gigantic portions, but oftentimes at a place like Terminal 21, you're going to have to order 2 dishes to kind of fill your stomach, where a place like Im Chan, it's not going to be 60 baht. It's going to be 90 baht or 110 baht, but it's going to be a generous portion of chicken and, you know, kind of a huge plate of food. So check out Im Chan, one of my favorites. Now we're getting into a Thong Lo address where Prampong is no slouch. Thong Lo is probably, I'll call it the Beverly Hills of Bangkok. If you have that, what was Beverly Hills, 92101, or no, that's where I carried mail in San Diego. I forget, what was that Beverly Hills TV show? Sukhumvit House. Yeah, it's gonna start storming, the rain clouds and the wind. But if you have that Thong Lo address, an easy 30-40% increase on the rent. Here's the deluxe building. That's not to say you still can't find a deal. If you're okay with a smaller unit and a low rise, you can do okay. Prampong, Thong Lo. Yeah, what you might get for, and I'm making up the numbers, 12,000 baht up in Bering. It might cost 28,000 baht down here in Thong Lo, but if this is where you want to live, that's what you're going to have to pay. And in the big scheme of things, that's really not a ton of money. I get in a little bit of a, not a cheap Charlie mindset, but a retired person mindset. I'm not earning money anymore. I'm earning money on investment, but you're certainly not seeing those paychecks and bonuses rolling in every 2 weeks. So saving 300 bucks on rent, that adds up. Of course, I'm out running around in hotels and taking trips with that money, but that's okay too. And I don't remember this large sign being here, Daisy International Nursery. And we're coming around the corner and we'll be right at Sukhumvit. There it is, just ahead. I still forget the street we're on. Maybe Soi 34. You know, there's a couple of tanning beds off to the left, and yeah, BKK sun tanning. I love this wind, but we don't just get a nice windy day. We get wind and then it starts pouring. Oh. Okay, there it is, pizza. I've never had this slice. Sorolina. Sorolina, hi. And just to the right are some super fancy buildings. I think one is the Beatnik. And then we'll be at Thong Lo. Now, on the other side of the street, it's odd and even. Yeah, I'm on Soi 34. So on the other side, they don't exactly match up. I forget what that is straight across where the pool and spa is. Soi 49 possibly? No, we're not up to 49. Anyhow, they don't exactly match up. So when you cross the street and go to the right, not a long distance, Soi 55 is the main big fancy street here in Thong Lo. And that is where you'll find a couple of Michelin star restaurants, all kinds of fancy nightclubs and cocktail bars. High society. I mean, there's some down-to-earth places. I know the Old English is right at the base of Thong Lo BTS, and those stairs straight ahead are leading up to the train, which I might jump on because I'm running out of weather here. But it's a skywalk. The train station's actually down the way is another couple of blocks. There goes the BTS there. And this building, the crest at Sukhumvit 34, if you want to look at higher end prices, check out the crest. A very short walk to the BTS. That's a plus anywhere in town, but a very short walk to BTS Thong Lo. That's really going to increase the price. Although directly across the street where you see that bit of I don't know, graffiti on the boards there, that used to be, I forget which international school, but this area was very popular with expats that had kids going to that school. I've heard it's moved up to En Nut, Soi 77 somewhere. So who knows what's happening in the real estate market. Of course, watch your back with these motorbikes on these large sidewalks. They'll use them as a bit of a road. You can see it's all one way on this side, so they're not going to go all the way down and make a U-turn. They're just going to kind of cautiously zip up this sidewalk, so don't let it catch you off guard. And here's the Kenya building by Sansiri. Another beautiful option. And that one is the Noble Remix. The Noble Remix at the top. Is it top of Soi 36 or 40? I think it's Soi 36. That's going to be expensive. And I hate to keep harping on, you know, Thong Lo's expensive and all. It's just, I answer comments that, I try to answer them all. And I'll get people that, I don't know, they're just not doing their homework. Maybe they watch one or two videos and I don't know what they're thinking, that everything in Bangkok is $100 to rent an apartment. I'm not sure, but they'll be, you know, leaving a comment along the lines of, I watch your videos and all, but you're way off base. I came over there and checked apartments and all, and it's almost as expensive as it is in Sydney or the United States, and on and on. And I'll shoot back a comment, you know, well, where were you looking? Oh, well, I was looking at the Noble Remix right there in Thong Lo. Yeah, I couldn't believe the prices. And when he told me the price, it was a studio, I believe. I don't remember. Maybe it was $1,800 US or something. I actually thought Well, that's a pretty good deal for that building in that location. If you want a $300 studio, yeah, you're gonna have to change your geography from probably the most expensive area in the most expensive city in Thailand. So I'm gonna jump on the train. It's starting to sprinkle, which means it's gonna start to pour very soon. And of course, I took the chance and left 3 windows open, just maybe 3 inches. So hopefully it doesn't storm too bad. I like to air the place out when I'm not around. I thought I had 2 or 3 hours until the rain started for the day, but yeah, it's catching me off guard today at 3 p.m. This is looking off the way off in the distance is Phrom Phong BTS. And I'm sorry, I hope it's not too windy. This is looking up Soi 36. Right at the end of this little stream of cars is a really nice barbecue place on the right, kind of like a Best Beef. And if you take a right on that street and walk up 2 or 3 minutes, you'll hit Freaking Out the Neighborhood. Good little bar where they pick a different genre of music, and maybe it's Johnny Cash. So they'll spin live at Folsom at 9 p.m. And before that and after that album, it'll be Willie Nelson or Waylon Jennings, or maybe the next night it's Miles Davis. So you don't really go in there and pick. You can look on their Facebook group, Freaking Out the Neighborhood, and see what they're playing that evening. Directly across the street from that is Soi 53. Once again, if you're going to be working in the area, and work is hard enough, much less putting on a nice white shirt and heading to work every morning in possible rain and crazy heat, you really don't want to walk 15 minutes to the train. So it's going to be worth paying the extra money to live in a building like this and just step right onto the train. But if you're retired, like me, it's okay to duck back there. Well, that's a bad example, that Ashton building. Say the white building past the Ashton, that older building. And again, this is all a bad example because it's Thong Lo. But that distance, that's about where I live in Phrom Phong. And I'm paying 19,000 baht for a 52 meter. So not everything is going to be 80 and 100,000 baht in Phrom Phong, or here even in, where are we, Thong Lo. You can find some deals. You're just gonna have to tuck yourself back away from the train a little bit, not a mile, but it's not gonna be a 3-minute walk. You're gonna pay for that 3 minutes of convenience. Pick a nice quiet Sunday afternoon like this. There's nobody in line to get your rabbit card. Kind of last thing you want to do is walk up to the Assault BTS at 3, 4 in the afternoon on a Friday when there are 20 people in each line. They're not going to be happy you're taking 5 minutes to get a rabbit card. And bring your passport. They're gonna want that as your form of identification to get that card. And there's no light drizzle in Bangkok. It's either raining or it's not. So the second you feel those first few raindrops, you better make a run for it. And we didn't walk that far. Way off at the end, you can see the train's headlights. That is at the Phrom Phong BTS. Maybe an equal distance in that direction. And as a matter of fact, you can see some headlights down the way. That is the Ekamai BTS station. That's where I'm heading today. I can walk straight into I forget what it's called. It's a small, like 5-story, I won't call it a mall. It's a shopping center, but there's a Home Pro there. And as you leave the BTS station, the gateway, that's what it's called, Ekamai, straight into the mall. There's a Home Pro right there, and down in the basement, it's an Office Mate. That's a really good spot for office products. I actually picked up my computer chair there. And here is the Home Pro. Some are larger than others. This is a middle of Bangkok size. So you want a huge center with sheets of plywood. I don't even know if they do wood. You're probably gonna have to get to the edge of town or off in an area like Hua Hin or Pattaya. But here, you'll find most everything you need, from small appliances, dishes, bedding. Me, I'm looking for a toilet handle. Tools, paint. That's all here. There's garden seeds. And there is what I need. 260 baht. My little piece here was plastic and it broke. So right now I have a shoelace to pull that flusher up. Yeah, one to choose from. All right, fair enough. Different rugs and pillows. I mentioned it in a couple of videos that sheets are not super cheap over here. Good quality towels come at a price too, but I wouldn't lug a bunch of towels over here. Just you're gonna pay whatever it is, 10 bucks a towel or more. But sheets, I don't know what microfiber is. I don't have my glasses on, but you're going to be hard pressed to get 800 thread count sheets for a reasonable price. These are 700 baht, and yeah, they're okay. I think that's that t-shirt type material. And everything is a fitted sheet to go around the mattress. There are no flat sheets, or they're hard to come by. I mentioned that a couple of times. There's no flat sheet in here, I'll tell you that. But other people have said, I find flat sheets, but I have not. I found one at the mall. It was in a Ralph Lauren shop, and I think it was about $150 for one sheet. So if you want to use a nice flat sheet as a comforter, because it probably took me a year to actually go under a comforter, even with the air conditioning on. It's just hot over here. Now I'm kind of acclimated, I guess. So I'm under that comforter, and I'm actually a little cold with the air conditioner blowing at 24. Oftentimes it'll be just with one bar of fan. When I first moved over here, it was, if that thing had 5 bars of fan from high to low, it was on a 5. And it wasn't at 24, it was probably at 21. But now, 24, 26, I feel fine. I'm not cold, I just feel normal, which is what you want AC to do. Just kind of stabilize the room, not make it an icebox. So mission complete. I got my little toilet handle, picked up some scissors. My one pair is kind of rusty, so that's only 99 baht. What is that, less than $3? And duct tape. You always need duct tape. Now I did pick up this cheapy, I don't know if this is a Chinese brand. I don't know. What is that? Maybe it's Japanese. The induction cooktop cooker. Boone uses hers every day, and hers just conked out, so we got her a good one. I don't know what it was. Electrolux. This is the cheapest. It was 1,100 baht. No, even cheaper. It was 1,020 baht. But I'm gonna keep this out on my washer, and I don't mind cooking. I don't cook often, but I don't like stinking up the room. So having it out on the patio and cooking up a little stir fry, growing some onions, whatever I'm doing, I'll probably use this way more than I use my little induction electric burner next to my sink. And maybe I should have paid closer to 3,000 baht for the Sharp or Electrolux, but like I say, she uses hers every day, so that's a worthwhile investment. Me, I'm probably going to use this thing once a month. She'll probably use it at my place more than I do. She loves to cook, not to save money really, she just enjoys it. Plus she likes to know where her food's coming from. Yeah, and I don't think we're going to get that lucky that that's all the rain we're going to get for the night, but at least that little cell passed. It's about 4:30. This is looking up the way. If you see just to the right, that is a 2-story driving range right at Sukhumvit Soi 42, just across the way from the Sukhumvit Hospital. And here's the train leaving Ekamai, heading to the next station, Prakanong, right on the left of the train. And Prakanong BTS is the W district. Really good spot for food. I was gonna say street food, but they're more permanent little buildings. Hey, so that was a pretty successful run. I'm gonna run into the Old English, grab a pint. Nice pool table, good music. A little Oasis on the jukebox. My one big meal of the day. I'm here in the Old English. I'm getting the Sunday roast. Going with chicken today, but it comes with a soup, mushroom, and your pick of a dessert. So I'm gonna go apple crumble. 375 baht. I'm usually an O'Shea's guy, and I don't know if it's a Sunday roast. I think it's a Saturday-Sunday weekend roast. It is about the same price. No dessert, but it comes with a free pint, or at least it used to. I haven't had it in a month or two. And this is probably going to be a bigger meal than I need. That's my mushroom soup. I'll call that in between a cup and a bowl. Pretty good size. They have a kind of a weird deal on Leo Draft here. That was 85 baht. I want to say it's 65 baht from like 3 to 4, and then 85 from 4 to 6, something like that. Then it kind of tops out at 100 baht. Anyhow, Old English, kind of a notorious spot for day drinking. Oh, you know what? It's right here in front of me. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., 45 baht for a Leo. 2 to 5, 65 baht. From 5 to 7, 85 baht. Then it probably caps out at 100 or 110. But still, pretty good deal. Even, what is this? Till 7 p.m., Asahi Pints, 128, Stella. What does that say? 195. Guinness, 225. That's not a bad price on Guinness. And Brewdog, the IPA, 225. Cider, Henry Western, 195. Wine, spirits, cocktails. Mojito, 99 baht. Bloody Mary, 149. Moscow Mule, 149. Okay. Scotch and whiskey, house vodka, house gin, and Thai whiskey, 99 baht. Okay, this is a crazy amount of food. I was not planning on trying to eat all this, but I'll give it a try. Plus, I have a dessert coming. And two of my buddies just walked in, shooting a little pool. So I might be having a couple of more Leos. I was going to go home and edit some video, but such as it goes. So thanks so much for following along. If you found these looks around Bangkok helpful, consider subscribing. We'll see you later. Take it easy.